Our next song returns to hip-hop and the past with Keep Your Head Up by Tupac. It was released on Tupac's second album, Strictly for My Niggaz, the last word there being a backronym for Never Ignorant in Getting Goals Accomplished. That fact should be indicative of the album's attitude, which was similar to Tupac's first album, Tupacalypse Now, in that it focused on Pac's political and social views. Keep Your Head Up is one of his most famous songs. It's a feminist anthem dedicated to the struggle of black women. From its first line, some say the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. I say the darker the flesh, then the deeper the roots. It's clear that Pac is here to celebrate his people amidst all the hardship they regularly face. The most famous lines question the violence against women despite everything they provide, and he calls for men to stand up for their women in a society hostile to not just women, but black women in particular. In my last year of school, I took a class on intersectionality, which is a specific theoretical framework to analyze how a person's various social identifiers interact with one another in more complex ways than if you just looked at them separately. It was the experience of black women that led black feminist scholar Kimberly Williams Crenshaw to coin the term in 1989, with studies showing that black women experienced compounded marginalization in both the civil rights movement, which focused on elevating black men, and the feminist movement, which was driven by white women. Tupac dedicated the music video for the song to Latasha Harlins, a 15-year-old African-American girl who was shot in the back of the head by a Korean immigrant store owner in Los Angeles in 1991. The light sentencing of the shop owner who had accused Latasha of shoplifting, combined with the beating of Rodney King by white police officers, set off the LA race riots of '92, which was noticeably marked by interracial conflict between the black and Korean communities and the targeting of Koreatown. I think the story of Latasha and the riots are tragic indicators of the progress that needs to be made between communities of color, and the efforts made to divide us by outside forces. Tupac's message of the responsibility to empower and respect women is somewhat marred by the evolution of his music as he rose the ranks of publicity, gained his own infamy with the media, and got more and more embroiled in the East-West gangsta rap feud. His music would turn away from the thoughtful, socially conscious messages of his earliest releases, diving deeper into the controversial world of gangsta rap. If you're interested in the life of Tupac Shakur, I highly recommend the podcast Slow Burn, which dedicated an entire season to the East-West rivalry. Although his career was marked with controversy and disputation, his socially conscious rap will always be some of the greatest musical commentary of our generation. I hope you enjoy Keep Your Head Up by Tupac.